Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. How are you going? I hope you're going well. It is Friday night here. I might be going a little bit too well, but I feel really good because I like seeing a lot of cacti multiply, and that was a really good thing to wake up to this morning, or actually last night when I got home, which was this morning. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody that has pushed that subscribe button. You've now become a cacti. You've got to hold your arms up like that cactus. You see what's in front of you? You probably don't. You're not looking at the screen. If you're listening, you know, it's kind of the fork, but with 3 prongs. Oh my God, it is. You could eat with it. You could totally eat with a cactus. You just like spick it down. Okay, we got to stay on track. And that's why timestamps are so fucking crucial to survive my bullshit. I tend to go down a little bit of side streets here and there, but the timestamps, that you can find them in the description. You can also find so much more in the description. Sometimes I forget stuff, and so I will add more info, or I'll ask a question, like not knowing whether this is the 15th or the 16th. I'm pretty sure when I was putting it all together, like setting up, I think it's the 15th because I looked at that's Friday night. And then there were 2 other ones after this, and I didn't get to them till the 17th, and I downloaded 3. And yeah, so I downloaded this video. Fucking lucky, like, oof, I'm so lucky. Sometimes my brain is not switched on. Spirit animal is a snail, just putting that out there. But this was bingo time. So I downloaded it, but yeah, I went back to get the link because I always like to provide links and stuff in the description box down below. And why isn't it up the top? Like, fuck. I want a shelf. I want a shelf description box. Okay, fuck. I shouldn't do it this time of night. Yeah, I went back to get it, and like I was like, okay, so it's privated. It said privated, but I don't know if it's this video, but it must be. I'm not going nuts. It's not there anymore. And it's beautiful. Like, she must have said something bad, but also like everything I say is, you know, my own opinion. Got to stress that because I got a fucking strong opinion, and if I don't say that at the beginning, well, it's something we've all learned, haven't we? We just say allegedly, my opinion, and that's what freedom of speech is. Yeah, so download it. Yeah, Katie's wearing the hat. She wears this hat when, in my opinion, she's stoned because she thinks that it's blocking direct into, like, you can't see how fucked her eyes are, but she doesn't understand. There's so much more. The mouth, the tongue, the eye, there's so much more. And this hat pisses me off because she has said in her her video about Sweetie, how she talks about Sweetie from the Puppy Mills, she says Sweetie doesn't like anyone wearing hats, but she wears hats around her dog. So yeah. Okay, I'm just going to pull her up. Also, I had a little bit, if anyone from like saw the community little, what do I call it? Oopsie, what the fuck? When you post stuff on your mobile and then I came on my laptop and she was huge. The picture that I posted, I scrolled up. Oh my God, it was like life size, like 2 life size, like, because her head's not that big. I reckon her head could fit in the frame of my laptop, and it did, and it was freaky. Yes, we're carrying on. Let's get on to it. Should we just bring her in? A reminder that the timestamps are in the description, but they, oh, who did I turn into there? Yeah, they are there after the stream. So let's just bring her up. Oh, do I want to? Fuck, yes. Everyone breathe. Oh, is she praying? I think she might be. Should we? Okay, everyone, this is our moment. We take a deep breath in, and then we go underwater, and we fucking nearly drown.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm going live again. Only because I just realized something. Okay. Oh, sorry. My husband was watching something. So the people that said that they couldn't hear me, the video was copyrighted because I think my husband was watching something that was picking up the audio. And so my video was muted. So that whole live that I did, the whole live I did just now, the reason why people couldn't hear me is because my husband was watching something on TV and it picked up the copyright of whatever it was that he was watching. So if you had audio issues, that's why. I apologize.
Look on the outside of her eye, on the corner of her, that's when you look at the eyeball, because that's where the light, when she tilts her head, that's where the light gets it. And you can see it's reflective, like shiny. What's the word? Glassy. That's the word. Oh, her eyes only just fit in that little shadow of protection. But I see straight through you, Paulson.
But I had to delete the whole live because of that. Not because I wanted to, but I don't know what it was he was watching that was copyrighted. I don't know if he was listening to music or something. I've never had that happen before, ever. I don't know if Facebook is weird like that. I'm not sure. So, hi, Trisha. I was going on to some of the pages of, yeah, it said that I was muted in like 72 countries. Partially muted. I don't know when that was, but it said there was a partial match. So
Is that Instagram? Is she talking about Instagram? She's blocked in 72 countries. Ooh. I need to look up what would, that is she talking about Instagram? I might have it wrong. I'm not listening. Is there something wrong with the volume? Is it not as loud as it could be? How close did we go in with that Zoom? Oh, accidental. Was it, Katie? She just wants to get really close to me. Too close.
I think that's why some people are having a hard time hearing me. I know. Some people literally in the live said they could not hear me. So I don't know if it was something he was listening to on his phone, because obviously there's no audio here now. He just went upstairs. Oh, well, thanks. Hello from Yuma. Oh, I heard that Vaughn is the talk of the town in Yuma. You could hear me. Yeah, that's why it was muted. So I was just going to some of the pages to see like what was going on and what was like what other pages were saying. Like there's some smaller pages that have been doing really good work sharing videos. The Ultimate Deception Unmasked has been posting like all of her supporter lives. If you want to see the supporter lives, if you aren't a supporter, they've posted a bunch of them there. There's like another page like CMT something that, or CMC something that's been posting quite a bit of the lives, which I think is helpful. Oh, your heart game speed. So Trisha, here I'm gonna pin you again. Okay. Let's see. Trisha Miranda is a choreographer. She was actually just on a show on, was it on Lifetime or was it on the regular networks? She was just a judge on a father-daughter dance show, or father-kid dance show. She's super well known in the dance world. So she happens to be from Yuma, Arizona, and she reached out to me about this. So
she's just a little bit too happy right now, don't you think? Also, you better rub that eye. My gosh, Katie, I wish it wasn't so blurry, but I don't know if that's just because the smoke's in the air. And I'm not talking literally, of course. 'cause where there's smoke, there's always fire. What's going on, Paulson? Are you setting up camp? Oh, yes, you are. What the fuck, man? This must be the start of everything. The start of what the hell is she wearing? I want to. Don't tilt down, please. I'm so scared. What dwells beneath?
She's a Latina. CBS. Okay. She was just on a show on CBS. Sorry. It was like a father and kid dance show. Super, super cute. Super good energy. Yeah, but one of the pages actually shared a video which was really weird, and I was just like, well, I just want to talk about this because a lot of my followers actually follow me because I cover the Duggars, and I cover the cult that they're a part of, the Institute in Basic Life Principles, which is a fundamentalist Baptist sort of para-religious organization that's kind of like a cult, and the Duggars have been a part of it for, I don't know, 30 years. And during Josh Duggar's trial, I interviewed a lot of people that were a part of the case or people that the Duggars accused of doing what Josh did. And if you're not familiar with Josh Duggar, he is currently in federal prison for downloading and possessing child sexual abuse material. And he had content found on his computer of toddlers. Just really.
Oh, I didn't know that this was going to go down here. Like, this is the shit that really fucking affected me, like in November last year. I can't have her talking about child victims with no emotion. I can't have this cold, evil person talk about this again, like rehashing it. What are you bringing it up for? What are you bringing it up for? That you had no fucking respect for anything. If you were a real reporter, Katie, you wouldn't have fucking detailed that. The harm that you caused was not fucking worth the details. There's a responsibility as a reporter. This is what I mean. You release everything. You don't think. It's like you want to harm people. Well, fuck, you do. In my opinion, you know, in my opinion, fucking, I don't know. Oh, tune out. Sorry, guys, this just really affects me. So, no trigger warning. She didn't give any trigger warning. She goes straight in. So easy to say toddler over and over. She loves rehashing this because it excites her. No other person would rehash this. It's not human. I have like worked with like detectives that have like worked in these cases and they can't vocalize these words. And she can. And I saw evil when she was detailing the shit. Like, holy shit. Scared me so much. Every time I came back, I felt sick. Looking at my page and everything. I saw evil. I can't. Oh, okay. I'm just going to trigger warning if you've got to this point. This is what I'm freaking out about. Where's the trigger warning? Hey, no good going into you covered this case and you were able to come up to find the details and la, 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 la. Without fucking, you got to have some fucking responsibility for reporting and the amount of people you hurt and harm. Right now you're harming me and I'm sure a lot of people. I'm just going to press play and let's tune out if we need to. Hopefully.
Really horrible stuff. And he has a history of sexual abuse, and the sexual abuse that's an epidemic of a problem in this cult. The men have full authority and reign over women, and the women cannot say no to their men. And so men really just look at others as property, and it creates this lack of accountability for men. It's extreme patriarchy, and the men kind of all cover for one another. Where can you read up on the Duggar stuff? Just go to my YouTube. I have an entire folder on it. It's a lot.
Did you guys see that? She's so happy. She's not even going, but I warn you, it's heavy. Some people might not be able to even get through it. Don't put yourself through it. She's got no care in the world. She wants people to go. She's just where's her responsibility for fucking continuing to harm people by not putting a trigger warning on stuff? Soft.
So during that trial, he was convicted in December and he was sentenced. Just go to my YouTube. I have an entire folder on it. It's a lot. So during that trial, he was convicted in December and he was sentenced to 12.5 years, and he's serving his sentence now in Seagoville, Texas, at the low security prison. And so his dad is actually a former politician, and the Duggars are like super into politics. And so one of the big problems with this cult is that sexual assault of like siblings and sexual abuse is super common in families. And so there's a lot of sexual abusers that are part of this cult. And a lot of the friends that are around the Duggars are also sexual abusers. And a lot of their like sons' friends and people in the cult are sexual. Super common in families. And so there's a lot of sexual abusers that are part of this cult. And a lot of the friends that are around the Duggars are also sexual abusers. And a lot of their like sons' friends and people in the cult are sexual abusers. And unfortunately, incest is a huge problem in this group as well. So Josh sexually assaulted his sisters, and then he was convicted of downloading the child pornography. And his wife Anna is standing by his side, and they have sex.
I'm sorry, there's people that hate me putting it in slow-mo, but I read body language, and Katie's body language just then, licking her lips, that's it's disgusting, guys. You can see it in her eyes, and she's trying to hold back that grin. Such a grin. And there's incest with the boys. Oh my God. No trouble at all saying these words. Just any chance she gets, she's there. She wants to. Probably reads over the details nightly. It's fucking sick. Katie, you're sick. Well, we fucking know this.
7 kids together. It's horrible. I used to follow your page. I recently changed my whole Facebook around. So the cult that the Duggars are in is not, well, they are QUIVERFUL, but the cult that the Duggars are in is called the Institute in Basic Life Principles. So it's the IBLP. That's the group that the Duggars is like super into. QUIVERFUL isn't necessarily like a unit cult. It's a ideology that you have as many children as possible, and you do not prevent babies from being born, and you don't use birth control. QUIVERFUL actually exists in all facets of religion. Even Catholics have people that are QUIVERFUL. So QUIVERFUL is like just the be fruitful and multiply. The Duggars are actually in the cult, the Institute in Basic Life Principles. I hope that helps.
Well, the way I understood it from Suzanne. So is it Suzanne or Suzanne? I'm having a mental blank right now. Sorry. But that QUIVERFUL is the principles that are taught by the IBLP. Did I get the letters mixed up? Probably. But you know what I mean? Katie, what the hell are you? What are you drinking? That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, it looks like she's doing, I've paused it perfectly. It looks like she's doing a can bong. Oh, Katie, just wait. I want to put it in slow. No, I won't do that to you guys.
I don't know why Anna stands by her man. I don't know why Anna stands by her man. But anyways, I just want to address this because.
But even like the need to take a sip of alcohol after you've just spoken about, you know, that like, it's just, it's so disturbing how disconnected she is from fucking shit that's traumatizing. Able to slosh it down with a big sip of beer.
There's like one of these small pages, they shared a video that said I defended a registered sex offender, and that's just not even true. One of the people that was going to be a witness for defended a registered sex offender, and that's just not even true. One of the people that was going to be a witness for Josh Duggar was a registered sex offender, and his name was Caleb Williams. And again, Caleb is part of the cult that the Duggars are in, and Caleb Williams Josh was trying to blame Caleb Williams for his crimes.
Yes, but he like basically RAPE'd a child, underage. Katie, you can't deny this. You went after someone else for having a like sex offender on their channel or some shit. You're so judgmental about others. What you did was fucking awful. It was the worst. Like, did you watch it back? You edited. It was like boom, boom, jumping around, and you just it was disgusting. What do you want? People, that's your material, that's your source, that's like what you think is good fucking content. I hope a lot of your followers question their fucking sanity after that. What are we doing watching someone who's brought on a guy like this? Like, fuck, Katie, what'd you get out of it? Not much, not much. Still not close to getting that Josh Duggar exclusive, are you? No, you're not.
So Caleb Williams was convicted of sexual assault of a teenager when he was 23 years old. So he was 23, and I think the girl was 16, and he got her pregnant, which is a crime. I'm not at all excusing him. And he's a registered sex offender. He got a 60-day sentence in prison and supervised release, and he registers for the rest of his life. He pled guilty, took responsibility, whatever. Okay, not defending him. I think what he did is horrible. And I've actually told him personally that I don't agree with what he does, and I don't agree with the crime, and I think it's horrible. Okay. So then you thought it was a fucking great idea. Come on my show. Let's do an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of talking shit. But as a part of the case, he was being blamed by Josh Duggar. And so they were trying to pin Josh's crime on Caleb. And Caleb was in the courtroom, and he was at the trial. And right before sentencing, they were still trying to blame Caleb. And it was putting Caleb in a really uncomfortable situation. And literally, he started speaking out on his Twitter. And so I literally asked him for an interview, and he came onto my channel. And I interviewed him about Josh's case. And the agreement of the interview was that we would not talk about his conviction or his crimes.
Put your fucking shovel down, man. Holy shit. This is you trying to... Like, sorry, I've got my tea with my ice in it. Justify your actions. I don't know, maybe private the video, delete it? Do you still want to have that on your portfolio?
Because I did not want to talk about his victim, because I didn't want him to get onto my channel and defend himself or say something about the victim that she couldn't defend herself. So all I wanted was for him to answer about Josh's case. I never defended him.
But you did. You defended him, and you didn't even know that you were defending him because you, in your mind, had justified it by you were talking about Josh. Really, Katie? Really? You also chose to have him on screen. I don't think you even put a warning. No. And you know why? I mean, I don't think anyone else was really going to accept your offer to come on your channel and be interviewed. What did you say? Oh, yeah, you had all the exclusives at the beginning of this live. You said you had all the exclusives with people that were friends with Josh. And like, this guy was your carrot. Yeah, he's like Carrot Top a little bit, wasn't he? Oh, that's bad because I feel bad for Carrot Top. No, not Carrot Top. Anyway, Katie, it was bad. It was so bad. Editing skills.
And then I repeated in my interview that the prosecutors, when they were in the judge's chambers, told the judge that Caleb's crime was different than Josh's because the age of the victim was different, and from a statutory crime, his was statutory rape and Josh's was pedophilia. So it was different ages of victims.
Please do not fucking ever do that. You're trying to justify it, Katie. The laws are there and you can understand the laws. He was convicted. What the fuck? No other reporter would do this. Hey, have you got a shiner? Or is that Mr. Boyle? He's come back with his family. Yeah, sorry. I won't sing. I've got my ego has been crushed. Someone asked me if I could stop singing. And I said, I don't even know if I could cut my foot off. I don't know if I could stop singing. Sorry, we're carrying on.
That does not mean that he's not a registered sex offender. It literally just is explaining that the ages of their victims were different and had a different profile in terms of what the crime was. And that was the argument that the prosecutors, U.S. attorneys, used in court. I would never defend a sexual abuser, but in my line of work, sometimes I have to interview people that have committed crimes, that have committed horrible acts. But if I'm going to cover a case and I'm going to be as diligent as I possibly can, I'm going to have to speak to sometimes to people that are just not good people and that have done horrible things. But in the case of Josh's case, he could provide his experience in court and how Josh was trying to blame him. And he also had insight because he was at the trial. Hope that makes sense. Does that make sense for everyone? I don't know. Okay, so if you want to follow, like if you want to crash course in the Duggars, you can check out my channel. It's funny. Anecdote for you. Vaughn's stepmother was commenting on my channel, and she's like, "Girl, you got those people from Little People Big World. You've got the ladies from Sister Wives. You got that family that has a million kids." She was like, "I can get down with this content." And I was like, "Hey, stay with me." And she said she was watching some of my other content. You never know what to find on that channel.
So this was like the first one, really, of her, because I downloaded 3. So on the 17th of July, my time, I downloaded 3 lives that happened over the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think this was Friday, the 15th. And so it was the first time that she was speaking about Vaughn's case. And I think she's talking absolute shit here, but that's even getting excited over a victim's mum liking your channel and there's no fucking compassion, nothing. Like I hope, like, she could go, I hope some of my content gets her through her dark days at the moment, or like something, you know, what, like my content could be a distraction, or you find something that just takes your mind away from your situation for that, you know, 10 minutes or something. She's not even saying that. She's just so excited that she could possibly be getting new subscribers, and she's directing them to the Duggars and just so happy to go over these details again and can't even find what's wrong with putting Callum on her, is it Callum? On her fucking channel. I'm sorry, I swear when I get really mad, because sometimes I short circuit and it's just like, fuck. But she's like, oh, because he could give me the personal info on Josh and he was at the court. So were so many other people, and so many other people could give you a way more personal insight into Josh. What makes Callum so credible? I wouldn't believe a word out of his fucking mouth. You would believe anyone and you would accept anyone onto your channel, which is disgusting. You know, you're sitting there on your lives asking your people watching, send me tips, anyone, any information. You don't care. Do you know most reporters don't release most of the information that they collect? They do their piece and move on. They don't just hone in, try to control the whole situation, try to be the captain of the ship, try to get recognition, subscribers, make some money. Katie, I heard that you are doing members only lives. If that is true, you did that during Gabby. That is exploiting a case for money. You are disgusting, and you can't even change. Like, if you are serious about being a fighter for justice, victims, change your fucking intro. Go back to the one that was like hot topics that you make. Get rid of your husband's one. We all know he doesn't have creativity. I mean, if you listen to his fucking music, I mean, you have, but you've listened to it stoned in this state, in my opinion. Because in my opinion, Katie wears his hat when she's baked. Because in my opinion, she still smokes weed. Because, yeah, she thinks the shadow is going to blind us. But did you see? She wiped the dry saliva off her mouth and then with the same fingers wiped her eye. This is too much, right?
But she was interested. Hello, Cecilia. So that is actually true. So this is actually true. But you said the girl was his girlfriend and they were supposed to be getting married, didn't you? Yes, because that's what the prosecutors told the judge. In chambers, the prosecutor said the girl was his girlfriend and the girl and him were supposed to get married because they were in a courtship, because they were in a cult where underage marriages happen all the time.
I don't think she was. I remember the mother was very protective and went the distance to get that protective order for her daughter, because Callum, if you read the story, he kept going and going. They had to get a, what is it, restrictive order, or stay away. Obviously my brain's tuned out, it's going mush, we're almost at the end. So now she's just so happy, but they almost got married. They'll, that's not, he's not a sex offender. Then why was he charged and why did he end up on the list and he's on there for life? Why, Katie? Hey, if by your judgment, he's not as bad as Josh. You can't do that. You can't say that. A child sex crime is a sex crime, you fucking... Don't make me punch my laptop. I'm not a puncher, but so many P's.
And it's gross and it's wrong and it's horrible. And I would never justify that. But if a prosecutor says in court, in chambers, it was his girlfriend and they were supposed to get married, does it make it any less of a crime? No. But that was the situation. It was a wrong situation that I'll never defend because it's a gross cult that has disgusting rules that this kind of stuff happens. And it's half the reason why I expose the cult. So I hope that answers your question.
No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to give you a C minus, maybe a D, but a D is still a pass. So D minus with that answer. I feel like we went round and round, and really, you were like, I'm not going to really make any sense. Quickly, let's move on. But no, no one's moving on. Katie, is that a shiner on the left there? Or did she just smudge down her makeup? I don't know. Or is it boiled? I mean, there's so many. A, B, or C? The chat will let me know what they think.
We got Mary Brown all frazzled. She doesn't, Mary Brown does not like me. She thinks I hate her family. That's okay though, you guys. We are team Christine Brown over here. We love Christine Brown. We're team leave Cody in his perm. So yeah. Anyone that knows me knows that I would not defend a sexual abuser. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't agree with what Caleb did, and I don't agree with who he, like the crimes that he made, but that's what factually was in the court records. And I was literally telling people what was in the court records. Yep. It's unfortunate that anyone was a victim, but that's again why I did not speak to Caleb about the crime he committed, because the victim did not need to be re-victimized.
Is she nodding her head? Like, it's so weird. She's trying to do, like, shake her head no, but I feel like she's saying yes, yes. Why? How? Instead of this, Katie, just admit that you were at fault. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. It was a bad move. Apology. I apologize, guys. I can only learn. I can only do better from here. Why the fuck would you pick up a shovel and continue to dig? There's no justifying your actions, Katie. In anything, really, in life. Your behavior, oof. Oh, someone could do a case study on this. People would study it. You'd be, yeah, for millions of centuries to come. Katie Paulson case. Yeah, up there with, well, so many.
By being talked about on my channel, and I did not want to traumatize her by justifying or allowing him to defend himself. Period. I didn't want him to.
Why would his victim be watching your channel with him on there? Do you know her? No. Do you have a direct connection to? No. She's just a name on a document that you brought and probably put your watermark on, because that's what you do when it's, you know, a bit cray-cray.
Come up with some sort of excuse or justification for what happened. And so the rule was, you come on my channel, we're not talking about her. I'm not asking about her because I don't want to re-victimize her. And I don't want to put her in a position where she could potentially feel like her abuser is lying about the situation. But people got mad at me that I didn't ream them out for it. Where she could potentially feel like her abuser is lying about the situation. But people got mad at me that I didn't ream them out for it. But if I reamed him out for it, then I'm drawing attention to her as the victim, and I didn't want to do that.
It's so weird that she cares about this victim. She didn't care about any of the victims when she was detailing the stuff that Josh you know, that whole shit. Didn't care about them. Why the fuck, Katie? Oh man, I haven't watched a dig-a-thon of yours in a while. I wish it wasn't so cloudy and your eyes are so fucked. Like they're going, it's like she reminds me of, you know, well, yeah, getting stoned on like benzos or something. Just some, like she's on some other med that just her eye it's doing angles that I've never seen eyes do. Like looking down, you'd think you'd just be seeing your eye, I mean, your bottom like that close. It's weird. Is anyone else? I'm going to take my eyes off her eyes because, oh, Nellie Hunt. Oh, look at you. And it's the New Zealand dollars. Oh, that's right. The only person I know in New Zealand is also called Nellie. No, I think it's you. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Still without a clue. Same thing all the time. Different scenario, new subs. Oh, okay. Let's just go back to the horror show. Let's go back to the carousel from hell.
Alright. Anyways, that was what I wanted to clear up tonight. Everyone can have an opinion about me, and some people don't like the way that I report, and that's totally fine. Or blog or whatever it is. Recap the Brown case. Brown case? Like the Browns from Sister Wives? There's not a case. Yeah, he was there to discuss Josh. Oh, the Duggars. Yes. You guys, the Duggars is an endless pool of scandal. The scandal literally never stops with the Duggars, and they are a #1 draw for content to my channel. People love to talk about the Duggars.
Wait till these people go and check out your videos and see that your videos are like, guess who liked someone's post? Oh my God, they unfollowed them. Can you believe they unfollowed them? Their family. How does this shit happen? Oh, they dated this person, but it didn't happen. Oh my God, they wore pants. How many of them have worn pants now? Do you reckon they just always had them in the back of the cupboard? Or do you reckon that's the first time they've been photographed in pants? I think that. Katie, can you wear a skirt like you should do Duggar Day and just dress up? I think that you could pull it off. Like you haven't, that's the only clothing that really the, you know, type of fashion you haven't tried, isn't it? I think we've been everywhere. I know we haven't gone down the goth and the punk stage.
Okay, I'm super tired. I've not been sleeping very well. By the way, just make sure that you guys take care of yourself. This is a super, super heavy story. And I had to disconnect this afternoon and just like spend time with my boys. We went swimming and we had a blast in the pool. And my husband and I had Mexican food for dinner tonight. Try to like do something for yourselves and take care of your mental health, because it's easy with this kind of story to have like panic attacks and anxiety. So
bloody oath it is, especially when a creator or a, you know, content person, because you're not a creator, you don't create anything, but fucking doesn't give you a trigger warning. Katie, you should have said something at the beginning, but you were so excited to get that speech out. You need to jump straight into it. My God, I don't think we resolved, I don't feel like we resolved the column issue. I feel like we have a lot more digging to go, and I'm here for it. I could almost sit here watching you deny, trying to justify the whole situation. I could watch that for 24 hours maximum. I think 24 hours would be my thing, but you know, that's just me. Would the hat come off? Probably not. She's so scary. She's so sure of herself. Like, oh, but we didn't talk about his case. That's got nothing to do with it. His character, she doesn't understand, like, because she doesn't know that she's ruining her channel by talking all drama and shit, everything she goes through. She doesn't understand that she needs a personal Twitter account and a business. Even when she has one, she'll still fucking spew on her, cry me a river and let's build a shit. But then it's a moat and just comes back around. There's no getting out. Oh my God, what is it? Oh, why am I having a blank on the Jim Carrey movie where you can't go past Main Street? Why am I having a total blank? It's one of the best movies ever. Wow, brain. You've just gone poof. No, not. That's what Katie does to me. Whoa, she mushes my brain like, mashing potatoes. Yeah. Anyone in chat want to save me? Oh, what? Yes, Truman Show. Will, you always get it. Thank you, brain. You are such a letdown. Look at this, the Truman Show. Katie, but yours isn't as fun. I mean, not as fun. But yeah, Katie, I don't even know what to say. Thanks for this. So apparently she privated it. I don't think that's a word. I think it is July 15. We did watch July 16th one. But no, we watched the others. We've got a few more to go. But yeah, I'll timestamp this and should we what? That's it. Is she going to peace sign it? I almost don't care. Sorry, Katie, because I believe when she lifts her cheek, was she farting because she had Mexican? I know, this is where I go because, I'm the human functions and that's what I look for. That's what I look for. Oh, I'm such a weirdo. But anyway, like I said, guys, thanks so much to everyone hitting subscribe and becoming part of the Cactus crew. We're a prickly bunch, but we do provide oven mitts at the door if that's more your thing. Don't judge us. Everyone's got their little thing. This is where we ended up, okay? If you liked this video, please give it a like. Yeah, in the description box, you'll find timestamps. I suggest using them unless, you're carefree and you don't mind a little bit of side street here and there. Thanks to everyone rocking up in chat. And yeah, well, we will have to watch the rest of the Facebook lives next week or something. What day is it? Yeah, I don't usually post every day. I almost did it except Thursday. I usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But at the moment, because I've just been feeling so bad for a while, when I'm feeling good, I just want to do so much. And then, yeah, but I've got a video coming out where I just, let's regroup, talk about stuff. Yeah. Also because like a lot of people came at me and I had to delete some messages and it wasn't bad, but it's just like, I just don't understand how people can't disagree without like being petty. And it's just shit. But anyway, I've got an opinion and it's very... Thanks, everyone. Oh, look at you guys flooding the chat with some green. It's always good to see. Thanks again, Nelly. Thanks, TK and everyone. Take care, guys. I mean, how can you fucking... Yes, Katie, I say this at the stream, but I mean it, Katie. You don't. You're just saying it because I better put this at the end to sound like I'm human. But she's not human. Don't fall for her shit. Oh, I'm never going to stop singing. See you guys. Have a good day.